What's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know so. And we're back again, once again, with the mock, where we take a look at someone else's mock draft. I give you my opinions on it. You know it by now, but if you don't, well, it's important to look at other people's opinions. Open up your mind to some fun, intimate, sensual, casual football discourse. And if you want to leave me some of that beautiful football discourse, go ahead, leave a comment in the comment section below. It really helps the video out a ton, as well as leave a thumbs up, become a bro, and subscribe. And this is going to be Bucky Brooks' mock draft, man. I'm very excited. If you missed out on the stream yesterday, we went through a bunch of different people's mock drafts. Michael Renner's, we went through Kyle Krabs, we went through couple others, man. We had a great time, so feel free to check that out. And as well, ranking videos should be out today. We're doing positional groups for the 2021 NFL draft, so it should be the tight ends and defensive interior, so check those out. And yeah, let's go ahead, let's dive in, let's get this show on the road. Bam. All right, Bucky, let's see how you did. Well, starting out good. Trevor Lawrence going to the Jags. Don't think anyone disagrees. And then he's got Justin Fields going over Zach Wilson. I think Zach Wilson separated himself enough from Fields. But I get some people, they like Fields over Wilson, so is what it is. Cool with it. To each their own. And then he has the Dolphins going Jamar Chase, and I've been kind of on the same page with this with Sewell, or taking Chase above Sewell. And since then, I think I'm like reviewing it some more. I have kind of come to the understanding of, you know what, to have a functional, a top and elite offensive line in today's game, you can't be weak in any position. You need at least an average to above average starter on all parts of the field. It doesn't matter if you have just one or two elite members on that line. If you have a weak link, then your offensive line is going to struggle mightily. So hoping Austin Jackson takes the next step in development. They could grab Sewell, kick Robert Hunt into right guard, bring back Ted Karras, and I think that'd be a very good offensive line. And it's a receiver deep draft, but if we're being completely honest, I'm cool with, really, I think the Dolphins, the only way they really screw this pickup is if they don't trade down, if they don't pick Jamar Chase, or if they don't pick Penei Sewell. I think as long as they go with one of those three options, I'm totally A-okay with it. So the Falcons, they go Zach Wilson. I like the pick here. I mean, Matt Ryan, he's getting up there in dog years, 36 to be exact. And you got to imagine he's maybe got another year or two left there with the Falcons, especially if they go quarterback here. If they really don't want to go, because imagine, like, how often are they going to be drafted in the top 4? I don't think they will be. So if you have a chance to go out and get a high quality, elite quarterback in the draft, if you're able to draft one, then you should do it. If they're not really sold on any of the quarterbacks, then just trade down. So I think the Falcons, if they keep this pick, they should go Zach Wilson. They should go Justin Fields, whatever quarterback is here there. So far, so good, Bucky. Penei Sewell going to the Bengals. He is 5 for 5. I think he's knocking this out the park. Get Joe Burrow some protection. Kyle Pitts going to the Eagles. So I think there's a case to be made here that they could go corner, but I think they should much rather go for one of the offensive playmakers, because they need more playmakers on that offense, whether it's Pitts, whether it's Devontae Smith, whether it's Jalen Waddle. I'm cool with any of the three. In this instance, they go with Pitts, knowing, hey, Zach Ertz, he is likely to be traded probably this offseason potentially. And they really were big fans of the two tight ends set up there with Dallas Goedert. So bringing in Pitts, yeah, I'm okay with it. Then Jalen Waddle going to Detroit. I think this one as well makes sense. Their top 3 wide receivers are all free agents. So they're going to need a new wide receiver. This is looking like it's going to be a long rebuild, so at least a 2 to 3 year rebuild. I don't think they have to chase the 4th best quarterback in this draft. They have plenty of draft capital to go ahead and move up to the 1st overall pick if they're not bad enough to get it in 2022 and grab whoever it is there, Spencer Rattler perhaps. So yeah, I'm okay with this as well. And then the Panthers, they go Trey Lance. I'm digging, like, in my opinion, I think this is a very good mock draft thus far. Grabbing Trey Lance, you got a guy that could potentially doesn't need to start right away, but he can start over Teddy Bridgewater. So yeah, I'm cool with that. I mean, he's got high end upside. He has all the tools. He's got a big cannon for an arm, as well as a great athletic ability, athletic upside. So yeah, it totally makes sense here. And then going on to the Denver Broncos, Patrick Surtain. They could cut AJ Boye. Even if they retain him, I think they need more help at corner. They have what is it, Bryce Callahan there, but he's more of a slot guy, and I know they drafted a couple of rookies last year, but none of them are to the caliber of Patrick Surtain, and he fits Vic Fangio's offense very well, at least projected wise. So good here. Caleb Farley going to Dallas. I think everybody wants Dallas to get a corner. Farley, he's got elite lockdown traits for a corner. So yeah, this so far, man, I think he is 10 for 10. And then Gregory Rousseau going to the Giants. Ooh, I know that this is kind of a tough pick because it's not like anyone really fell here. Playmaker wise for the Giants, the top 3 receivers are off the board. Kyle Pitts is off the board. So where do you go here? It's kind of tough. The corners are off the board. I don't think Kwity Paye is a good scheme fit. I don't even know if, I mean, I'm sure that I have full trust in Joe Judge that he can figure out how to use Gregory Rousseau, because he was at his best rushing from the interior in 2019. So we don't really know, since he opted out, how he developed in that regard, but he's got great physical upside. So I'm sure Joe Judge will figure out a way to use him and develop him. So I'm not, completely off on that pick. And then J.C. Horn going to the Niners. I think it's a bit of a reach, but he's a good scheme fit for the Niners. Nice big corner. So yeah, okay, I'm on board. Maybe they could trade down. I think the 12th overall pick's a little rich for J.C. Horn, but I'm okay with it. I mean, with guys like Slater and Darisaw on the board still, it's kind of hard pass on those guys. But if they do bring back Trent Williams, they have almost all their whole cornerbacks depth are all free agents. So, and then Rashawn Slater going to the Chargers. This one is a very popular mock for a lot of people because they project, because of his lack of length, that he could be a guard at the next level, so he could start immediately on the interior, which is bad for the Chargers, or he could start at left tackle, which has been bad for the Chargers. So he kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone. Kwity Paye going to the Vikings. I like this a lot. Kwity Paye, he's my top edge rusher in this class, and I mean, you saw a big leap in development. Granted, it was a small sample size, but you can't deny the physical and athletic upside that he presents. So putting him next to Danielle Hunter, ooh, very scary. So yeah, so far I'm surprised. I typically hate Bucky Brooks's mock drafts, but this one's pretty solid. Micah Parsons, man, he did fall in here. I don't think the character concerns will play a big role, so you gotta believe he might go somewhere earlier, man. I mean, you can make a case for the Chargers, but I get why they would go Slater. I'd say maybe Micah Parsons would go to the Giants over Rousseau. So maybe there. So good players fall in the draft all the time. So it's not a stretch, but New England, they make out pretty well here. Devontae Smith is still on the board. I thought he was off the board. I was talking about it, the Giants pick like he was off the board. He's still on the board. What the heck, dude? I don't think there's any way he makes it to 16. Like, I may not think he's the best receiver in this class, but I don't think there's any way he makes it out of the top, like, 11. So, yeah, this changes how good I think this Giants pick is. Smith, or Bucky, what you doing, bro? What you doing? And I just talked all that good crap about good players falling in the draft. And that's wild. That's wild. How far out of the realm? I mean, I just don't see the Giants doing it. But if they do pass on them, then I can see these guys. I don't know if Minnesota passes on them either. Nor do I think the Patriots do that. So, I don't know, a bit of a stretch, but if I am the Cardinals, yes, I'd make this pick without a second, like a hesitation. One of their big things is in the second half of the season, they had a problem stretching the field vertically. So now they get their field stretcher. Las Vegas Raiders, they're going Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. For me, it's just I kind of want to know what his role in this defense would be. I mean, it's a great pick. I think he's well worth a top 15, top 20 pick. But will you have him play in the slot? Or are you going to move on from Joyner or have Joyner play more box safety? Then what are you going to do with Abram? I know he hasn't been great, but are you maybe move him to linebacker or maybe even have JOK play in the box? So it's like, I mean, it gives them possibilities. So I don't mind drafting talent, but I feel like maybe here you try to make a swing at one of the pass rushers since Gus Bradley is he doesn't blitz a lot. He really relies on his defensive front to get pressure. So 4-man rushes. So maybe getting some, even Christian Barmore, I think might do a little bit better here. But I mean, if JOK is the top guy on their board, that's fine. I don't. If you ain't new to the channel, you know I don't like this pick. I don't like Najee Harris going to the Dolphins. It's not like I don't like Najee Harris. I'm not a big fan of running backs going to the first round. I think you have to be an extraordinary special talent. I think it's one of the least valuable positions on offense. You could find on day 3 guys that fit your scheme, and you'll do just fine. I think the NFL has shown that in recent years. You don't need an elite running back. You just need a guy that fits your scheme. If anything, you need to address offensive line, and that'll help your running back no matter who it is. So, not a fan. I think there's more valuable ways the Dolphins could go here. I don't know if Mac Jones goes off the board for here at Washington. I mean, I could see him in the top 20, definitely top 25. It's going to be kind of puzzling where he may go, who might trade up for him, but I think he definitely falls somewhere in the first round. But I don't think Washington would do this, nor do I think I would do it if I'm Washington. I don't think you have to necessarily be in a hurry to grab a signal caller. You could wait till next year, and I mean, just with Mac Jones, man, I worry about. I just worry about that middle and arm strength. He doesn't. When he does, he doesn't throw with a lot of velocity or zip downfield. But man, the guy is like pinpoint accurate. Throws with great anticipation on the underneath and intermediate. So I mean, you can't hate that. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not in love with this pick. And then the Bears, they go Elijah Vera Tucker. They do need help. I don't see Tucker as a tackle in the NFL. I think he's more of a guard. So maybe they rather go Dylan Radunes or maybe even Tevin Jenkins, who I think is a really good scheme fit here. I think they could, I think they'd rather maybe go tackle here than dress the interior. Then we got the Indianapolis Colts going Christian Darrisaw. Oh my gosh, I forgot Darrisaw was even on the board. Man, that's wild. So the Bears pass on Darrisaw. I think Darrisaw is a top 15 guy. I just can't see NFL teams passing on a guy with his physical and athletic upside at the tackle position. I just don't buy it. I just don't see it. But yeah, if he makes it here, I think the Colts jump on that with Costanzo now retired. I don't think they're going to move Braden Smith to the right side. So Then Azeez Ojulari going to Tennessee. They need to find pass rush. He is probably one of the best pass rushers in this class. The way this guy just bends the corner, it's special. I think he's got that if factor. I got him high on my rankings. Spoiler when those edge rankings come out. And then Travis Etienne going to the Jets. I think this makes sense if you're predicting the draft, because now with Robert Saleh and LaFleur's in town there, Etienne is just he's perfect. He's a perfect scheme fit at running back for what they want to run here. So they get Justin Fields and they get Etienne. That's kind of scary from the get-go. And then they can move Darnold wherever. So I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I think they have bigger fish to fry, bigger, more valuable areas they need to address. But I understand this if you're doing this predictive mock. And then the Steelers are going Nick Bolton to pair up with Devin Bush. It's not a sexy pick, but I think because defense wasn't the problem there, it was definitely the offense. They're gonna have some free agents on that offensive line. I think a guy like Tevin Jenkins would be a great fit here. So I mean, Nick Bolton's not bad. Like I really like Nick Bolton a lot. I got a first round grade on him in this class. But I just think tackle might be a more vital area, and I got two guys that I think I have higher on my board than I do Bolton. And then Christian Barmore going to the Jags, so they addressed the interior. Now they got a pretty sick rotation on that interior with Devon Hamilton, Costin, and Barmore. So scary. They can really go anywhere. I just say take wherever the value leads you. Christian Barmore, one of the top guys on the board here. So Xavier Collins going to the Browns. I think they may opt for pass rush. Rumor is they don't like to invest much in the linebacker position. I don't know how true that really is. And then with guys on the board like Jalen Phillips, who I think is a really good scheme fit here, I think it'd be hard to pass up. But, I mean, Collins is a very good prospect in his own right. So, okay. Yeah. Jalen Phillips, speak of the devil, man. He's going right here to the Ravens. I'm not going to lie. I really think the Ravens bring back Yannick. So, grabbing Phillips to start opposite of Yannick, I think, would be very scary. You don't have to dish out all that money for Judon. I don't think they address offense here because I don't think they're going to be doing many things different in their offense. If you want to know what the problem is, it's Greg Roman, and he runs very simplistic route concepts. It's not like, oh man, they need more talented receiver. No, they need to be more creative at getting their receivers open. But I don't think that's changed at any time. They need to take this next step in development with Lamar Jackson. I just don't think they're going to do that. Then the Saints, they grab Mo Riggs, so Marcus Williams, it's going to be tough to re-sign him if you're the Saints. And then Malcolm Jenkins, he's up there in years. So grabbing Morig, top safety on the board, it's a wise decision. And then the Packers grab Jalen Mayfield. I got Ricky Wagner for another year, so I don't think they need to grab tackle. Mayfield, I'm not really that high on Mayfield. I got a third-round grade on him. I get the allure of Mayfield, but I don't think he's a first round caliber prospect. I'd rather go other spots here. Corner, you could grab one of these fringe first round guys and like Santi Samuel. You could go with Bateman, Kadarius Toney, Elijah Moore on the board. You could go receiver. We could go somewhere else on the defense. I mean, I don't know. I think there's just other ways to go. Then the Bills, they go Carlos Basham Jr. They could use a little more pass rush on the edge because some of their guys are getting older. Some of those guys are expensive. They'll probably be cap casualties. So I could see them going here again. Really anywhere on the defense. I mean, the top four linebackers off the board. They can't really, so they Probably won't go linebacker. They could go tackle, but yeah. The Kansas City Chiefs, they go Kadarius Toney. Holy moly. Were the receivers really at fault? Were they really at fault in the Super Bowl? I think that offensive line's pretty bad. I know they were banged up, but don't know if Schwartz will be back. Eric Fisher's okay, but I think when you have like Jenkins and Radin's still here on the board, you go with one of those guys, or even go, well, I mean, Carlos Basham just came off the board, and he's probably what they would want in an edge rush, because they could definitely use more pass rush. Top linebackers off the board, and the linebacking core up in Kansas City is complete trash. So, yeah, I don't like the idea of, oh, let's just grab more weapons. That'll solve problems. I mean, yeah, I think they have a nice arsenal of weapons there. And in a receiver deep draft, they could, if they really do want to add more, they could do later on. Instead, take one of the take a tackle. Take a tackle. And then the Buccaneers, congratulations on your Super Bowl, Tom Brady. Fins up. I hate you. Joseph Asai going to the Bucs here. I do think the Bucs will try to find I don't think they're going to bring back Shaq Barrett unless he comes back on a discount, which I highly doubt, because I think he's going to make a lot of money. So they might be looking for a new plug and play edge. So you might see a guy like Jason Owe at this pick. For me, he's got way more athletic upside than Joseph Asai. I like Asai a lot, just not in the first round. I think he is limited, or not limited as an athlete, but in terms of athleticism, he doesn't touch some of the guys in the first round here, being Boogie Basham, Rousseau, Aziz, Phillips, Jason Owe, who's still on the board. So I don't necessarily see Joseph going here, but I do like him. I do like him as a prospect. Don't get me wrong. I don't really think they could go much elsewhere here. I think this would be a good pick. Maybe grab one of the tackles and then just move on from Smith. But Smith played pretty solid this year. So, but he is making a lot of money. But overall, let's see how Bucky did, dude. I don't like the Kadarius Toney pick. I like Kadarius Toney, don't get me wrong, but I don't like the pick there. Kansas City, Mayfield, not a fan of, just because I have him very low on my board. Colin, I mean, it's good value there. Christian Barmore's a good pick. Nick Bolton, again, tackle, guys. Y'all know how I feel about running backs in the draft. Darius Saw feels like he's going low, but good players fall. I mean, with Tucker, I think Darius Saw goes above Tucker. Sorry. I don't know how I feel about Mac Jones. Oh, I just don't feel good about Mac Jones going to the football team. Here, again, running back in the first round, man. Devontae Smith, though, falling to 16. I don't see it happening. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. And that's it for the video. Go ahead, do that YouTube thing. Don't forget, best way of supporting the channel is becoming a member, whether that's a bro tier or a bro scout tier, where you get full access to my whole rankings, which they're coming out this week. They're already coming out today. So if you want to be involved in that, if you want to be connected with the Discord, go ahead and do that. But until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.